Hey everybody, DeLong Shot Signatures here. Welcome to episode 40 of my 2022 TTM returns, and we had another awesome 18 success mail day. Again, I believe that's tied for the most I've ever gotten in a day, bringing me to 615 autographs on the year. Got a whole bunch of stuff to share with you guys, but don't forget, today is the last day to enter the giveaway that I'm doing to commemorate the start of the NASCAR season. Those 3 cards will be given away. And I also believe we do have more than 10 entries or 10 different people who entered the contest. So a Austin Cindric signed hero card will be given to one of those winners as well. So it'll close tonight. I'll count up everything, all the videos. If you did one, please let me know so I don't miss it. But I will try and double check. And then we'll probably do something this weekend. A live video or something showing the results of that. But we'll get started here with a NASCAR return. This is a 5 of 5 success coming back from NASCAR Hall of Famer Terry Labonte. This was sent to, I believe, a car dealership he owns. There's been a number of addresses to send to over the years for him, and he could be a guy that would take over a year to get anything back from. But he looks to be a little bit more reliable now. So really, really cool to get these. Added 4 more cards to the 2019 Donruss set, which I absolutely love the design of. So I'm halfway through that one. I'm at 100 out of 200 on that set. Then we got a few baseball returns here. Some former players, some current players. First one is from a guy I've gotten from before. This is a 2 of 2 success coming back from former pitcher Ted Power, adding to the 90 Upper Deck set, and I already have one of these 92 Donruss, but might as well, send some extras if I got them. Then we have a 5 of 3 return from a former MLB pitcher. Sent him 3 cards, and then he included a card of his own, and then wrote back a short note on an index card and signed that as well. These are coming back from Mark Leiter, brother of Al Leiter, or Leader, something like that. So signed the Donruss, the Leaf, and the Fleer Ultra for my sets. He also included a 92 Fleer. I don't work on that set, but that was really nice of him to include that. Then he wrote a short note. Thank you for the letter. All I can say is this. Loving baseball as a kid and dreaming of playing in the bigs was everything you can imagine. What a life. It goes too fast. So really interesting perspective from his point, from a guy who did play in the leagues and probably looks back on it fondly and honestly probably kind of misses it a little bit. I would not blame him. Then we got 2, as far as I know, still current players. First one here is a 1 of 1 success coming from outfielder Alex Dickerson, signing in blue. This was sent to a home address. And then another 21 tops. We got a 1 of 1 signed in blue from another outfielder, Jacoby Jones. So these guys have had pretty similar careers so far. Would tell you how they're doing in spring training if that existed. I guess today is the last day for them to get the lockout figured out before it starts cutting into the regular season and we start losing games. Really disappointing. I've been trying to get into baseball the past few years, like actually watching it, and there's always been something that's come up. When I first tried to get into it, COVID happened. Then there was the shortened season, and I was working all the time, never got to watch it. Last year, I was working all the time because we were still feeling the post-initial pandemic hit as far as all that went. And it just wasn't super interesting, to me. But I keep trying to get into it each year, and then now there may not be a season. So we'll see what happens there. Really disappointing. Hopefully they can figure something out. We get at least some games. I don't believe the minor leagues are affected, so, and I think they increased the AAA schedule to like 155 games. So, if there's no baseball to watch on TV, might as well go to Victory Field to watch some Indianapolis Indians games. We'll move on here to some football returns. first one here should have been a different card. Yeah, I'll show this one first. Some more 90 Fleers added to the set. First one is coming back from defensive back Eric McMillan, 1 of 1. I've gotten him before, a couple years ago, right before I started college, actually. So not a couple years ago, a long time ago. And so he's been a pretty good signer. We got a couple new names here. First one is from a former first overall pick, signing 2 of 2. Got Ken Sims. He was drafted first overall by the Patriots in 82, I think it was. Probably didn't live up to the billing of what first overall pick should be, but he was a contributor on the team for some time. Just never really took off as a big, defensive lineman guy. Just, I think, like a dozen sacks in his career or something like that. Then we have a 5 of 5 return coming back from former NFL linebacker Pepper Johnson. He does charge $5 per, so not a bad trade there. Went to several Pro Bowls, had a fantastic 1990 season. Won a couple Super Bowls with the Giants. He is now the head coach of the football team for IMG Academy. So, one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious, college prep school for upcoming players. A lot of those guys go on to have pretty good careers, at least at the college level, maybe a few in the NFL. I haven't followed it too much, but really cool to get those. Took about 2 months. Then we have 2 of 2 success on some photos from former Rookie of the Year. These are coming back from Packers running back John Brockington. Won the award in 1971. He would go on to have a pretty decent career as a running back in the NFL. Nothing spectacular, but winning Rookie of the Year is definitely pretty cool. Then we got 2 of 2 from former, I think he's a defensive end, Patrick Kenney. Signed both of these photos in blue, inscribed both. He did really well for himself in his career. I think over 80 career sacks. So really cool to get a more modern player. We have a couple of college football head coach returns. First one here is an FBS head coach signing 1 of 2. Got Boise State head coach Andy Avalos. So kind of a dead silver Sharpie. Looks fine in person, especially if you get it in the light. The other photo was of him when he was with Oregon. He returned that one unsigned. Not sure if he had a bad relationship there with the team, or he's maybe just a 1 per, but really glad to add that one. Then we have a former head coach who resigned from his position this past year. He is now part of I think he's like a consultant or something for the team, for the Clemson staff. I don't know if he'll actually be on the sideline during games. This is a 3 of 2 return from John Grass. He was last the head coach for Jacksonville State University. I think they're supposed to be transitioning to FBS football, if they haven't already. So he signed both of those and then included this little postcard Clemson thing. Wrote a quick note on there, very nice. Signed that as well. He had a really good tenure going at Jacksonville State, so not sure exactly why he left. I could have understood it if he was leaving to eventually work his way up to the FBS to become a head coach there. But given that the team was already making the move, maybe there was something else going on. I don't know, not my world to speculate on. Then we got some college baseball head coaches. First one here is from one of the longest tenured coaches that is active right now. This is a 2 of 2 success coming back from George Mason University coach Bill Brown, signed as Billy Brown. Has over 1,000 wins in his career. I think he's been coaching since the 80s. Could be wrong about that, but he's been there for quite a while. Then we have a 2 of 2 success from the Rutgers head coach, Steve Owens. Not the running back, but he does sign. This is the baseball Steve Owens. do think he was selected in the 1987 draft by the Cubs. Could be wrong. Didn't do too much there, but he's been coaching for quite a while too. He was at some lower division schools. I know he started off in Division III. This may be his second Division I school that he's coaching at. So over 900 wins in his career. Then we have a 2 of 2 plus a note success from Nebraska head coach Will Bolt. Signed both of these in black, put them in a good spot. Included this really nice note. Thank you for the kind letter. Really appreciate the support. Best of luck of all your future endeavors. Always remember, nothing you want comes without hard work, and anything is possible if you want it bad enough. GBR. So you can see why he's a coach there. That's those are some pretty good words to live by. So really, really cool to get that return in. Last one here for college baseball is a former head coach. I want to say he is now the athletic director for South Carolina. I'm pretty sure that's where I sent it. He has 2 college World Series championships, and I could very well see him making the College Baseball Hall of Fame. But got these back from Ray Tanner. I believe he won in 2010 and 2011 those championships. 2-time College Baseball Coach of the Year. Really, really glad to add those. I think I'm now at 12 College World Series championships in my collection. Then we have 2 women's college basketball returns. First one here is a 3 of 2 plus a note success from Indiana basketball coach Terry Morin. So I don't think they had any like silver Sharpies or anything. And like I've said before, it can be hard to get good pictures for basketball just because it's so dark in the background and everything. But she signed both of those. She included a note. She just put coach at the bottom, so I'm not going to count that as a signature, even though she signs as Coach Morin. If she had included her last name, I'd include that. But still cool. And then she also included this 8x10 or whatever size it is, photo of her own. So really cool to get that. And the last one here is coming from a player. I got, who did I get the other day? Ryan Howard, who was initially projected to be the number 1 overall pick. She's now looking to maybe go number 2 to potentially this person. This is a 2 of 2 success from Nalissa Smith from Baylor. So signed both of these pretty quickly and put the personalizations in some good spots where you could see them. So she took her time trying to get a good signature on there. So really, really appreciate that. I didn't send to too many WNBA prospects. I think maybe 3 or 4. So to get potentially the top 2 is really, really awesome. So we'll see how that goes. But don't forget to enter the giveaway if you'd like a chance to win those 3 cards that are on the side that you can't see anymore. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.